Alright, so this is the fourth video in my Plankerton Endurance Castle series, and in this video we are going to build the defense for Amp C. And Amp C is my UFO amp, right there in the southeast. If you have different amps than I do, then your UFO amp might be over here in the southwest. But that's okay that it's different from mine, because you can just take what I'm going to show for this amp and apply it to yours. Because the UFO amp, it's actually not that difficult. And that's why we're going to cover the defense for both the east and the south in this one video. Alright, so for the UFO amp, there's really only three things that you have to do. The first one is spawn trapping the husks, because you can't rely on traditional trap tunnels, because the UFO is just going to destroy them. Right, so you want to just spawn trap the heck out of the husks, so that most of everything gets cleaned up here, and then just a few stragglers are able to make it down to your amp, and then the traps around your amp will clean them up. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to build these like bait tiles all over the place for the UFO to shoot its laser at. And you want to make sure that you space them out at least one tile away from each other, because the UFO's laser destroys everything in a 3x3 area. Right? So if the UFO were to like shoot at this one right here, everything in this 3x3 area would also be destroyed. So you want to make sure everything is spaced out to minimize how much gets destroyed with each laser blast. And then you also want to put anti-airs on these builds, because the lobbers that make it out of the spawn, they're going to hang out and pitch their bombs at your amp. So having these anti-airs all over the place will catch those bombs before they can hit your amp. And then the third thing you want to do is you want to pack as many traps as you can around this 3x3 area directly next to your amp. Because this 3x3 area is safe from the UFO directly targeting it. Like, it's not going to target anything in this 3x3 area, right? So, just put as many traps as you can fit on here, on the insides and outsides of the walls, so that anything that does make it out of the spawn will just get cleaned up by all these traps. Alright, so yeah, let's get into the build. Alright, so let's start with the spawns. So let's head on over this way to the east spawn. And this is where the husks are going to spawn from. So go over here to the edge of our amp A that we built in the last video, right, with the little block off up here. And you see this little ramp down here. Let's use this as our starting landmark, and lined up with the edge of the ramp right here is where we're going to start our builds. And we're just going to wrap the entire spawn area with wall darts, right? And back here, these builds are floating over open space, because originally I had them lined up like this with the edge of the ground, but sometimes the husk spawners would break these builds. And then also, sometimes the UFO would drift back this way because of all these builds, and then shoot its laser and destroy like all of my wall darts and make the roof come crumbling down. But once I pushed everything back one tile like this, everything's fine. Nothing breaks it anymore. Okay, so starting here, right, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 walls, and the perks on these wall darts are like this. So for these two that are over the ground, I have them perked as crit rating, crit damage, durability, reload speed, and heals attached. And we want reload speed on all these wall darts so that they're firing off as often as they can to hit as many husks as they can. Okay, so these two were those perks. And then this one that's floating out here, instead of the heals attached at the bottom, it just has a durability. So it's crit rating, crit damage, dura, reload speed, dura. Because nothing's going to be hitting these floating builds. Right, you can just tell from the durability on them, like these have 170 versus these have 151. Alright, so you can tell by looking at them that way. Okay, so we've got these 3 wall darts. And we've got a wall with a wall dart coming in this way. then we've got a blank wall jutting back like this because nothing is going to be here for it to shoot, so you don't need a trap there. And then we are going to go inward this way with 1, 2, 3 wall darts, and then we are going to jut backwards 2 walls. Just this one has a wall dart, not this one. And then we're gonna curve back this way, no wall dart there, 3 wall darts, and then a blank wall. And then we're gonna curve backwards towards that cliff right there. Right, so we're gonna have a wall with no wall dart, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 walls with wall darts. And this one has the extra durability on it, whereas all of these ones here have the heels attached, right? Just in case, for whatever reason, any husk decides to come and bang on these walls. All right, and then, so from this wall dart right there, you want to put a wall and a ramp above it, and that will attach to our roof. And then same thing, you want a second anchor point right here above that wall dart with a wall and a ramp. And you need these 2 anchor points because sometimes the UFO might break the roof like right around here. And if you don't have the second anchor point, like everything over here just comes crumbling down. So that's why I've got these 2 anchor points. And then we've got one more anchor point right here for the whole structure. So below this wall dart, you just put 1, 2 walls. Just a little extra support for this entire roof structure and wall. Okay, so let's go on top of this ramp right here, and we're going to build the roof. Okay, so from here we're going to do 1, 2, 3 tiles like this, and then we're going to go and build another row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then after that we're going to build a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And then we're just going to build another row of 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then another row of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And that's your roof. And then we're just going to put a tire trap on every single one of those builds. And those tire traps are perked like this. They are triple Dura, double reload. So very fast reloading and lots of Dura. Right? And when you place them, make sure that you are facing the amp. So you want to face this way as you place them. And the little muffler will be in that corner. And that makes it so when they are hit by your traps, the husks get staggered backwards away from the amp. All right? And then, sorry, did I mention this? There's one more wall right here, lined up with the corner of this cliff, with another one of these wall darts with the heels attached, pointing inward towards the spawn. Okay, and then don't worry about these little bait tiles. We'll cover this after we finish the other husk spawn for the south direction. Okay, so now let's build the south spawn. So head on over this way, up this ramp over to the south spawn. And this whole area right here is where the husks will spawn from. Okay, and then we are going to do the same thing like we did before and just wrap the entire area with wall darts. Okay, so right here, it's going to be, from this ramp, you're going to count 1, 2, 3 tiles over, and that's where we're going to place this first wall. Okay, and then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls going out like this, and they all have the heals attached perk on it. So it's this one: crit rating, crit damage, Dura, reload speed, heals attached on these 2, 3, 4. Those 4. Okay, this one you don't need to trap on that 5th wall. Okay, and then for all these floating ones, again, we're gonna just use this one: crit rating, crit damage, Dura, reload speed, Dura. On so we've got 2 walls right there, and then we're gonna go backwards 2 walls those two, and only this one needs a wall dart. This one's blank, and then we're gonna curve to the right this way with a blank wall, and then 1, 2, 3 wall darts, and then a blank wall. And now we're gonna curve, to our right again with a blank wall and a wall dart. And we're gonna curve around with 3 wall darts right there, and then a blank wall here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 wall darts, and then you should be ending right there at the edge of that cliff, right? And these wall darts here have the heels attached on them. Right, you just look at the Dura at 151, so 1, 2, 3, 4, those have heels attached. Okay, so then come back over to this point in the wall, and from this wall dart right here, we are going to build the anchor to the roof, so just a wall and a ramp. And then we're also going to anchor this entire structure to the ground. So from this wall dart, just build 1, 2 walls down. Okay? Alright, so now let's go on top of this ramp and we'll build the roof. So it's just going to be 1, 2, 3 tiles here, like this, and then another row of 3, 4, 5, 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like this. And then we're going to have 3 rows of 10 tiles, right? So, okay, so from here, right, you have this 1, and then you're going to come out 1, 2, 3, right there. And if you look down from this edge, it should line up with your wall. Okay, so that's how you know you're in the right spot. And then you want to build a total of 10 all the way that way, and the edge of that wall over there should also line up with your wall that you built below. Okay, so it's 10 tiles. 1, 2, 3. And this is the 4th one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you look down from here, it lines up with your wall right there. Okay, and you just have basically 1, 2, 3 rows. So these 3 rows of 10 all the way across. Okay. And then you want to have the same tire trap as you put on the other roof. It's this one, triple Dura, double reload. And then, like I said before, make sure you're facing the amp when you place these, and that will make sure that the husks stagger backwards away from your amp. All right. So now let's trap up the amp. And let's start from this corner right here. So this is just your standard 5x Dura tar pit. Then we've got a wall with a window here, a wall with a window here, and a dynamo here, and a dynamo here. And so this dynamo is the nuking dynamo with heels attached. So it's this one. Double crit rating, double crit damage, heels attached. And then this right here with the Zapomax skin is crit rating, crit damage, damage, reload speed, heels attached, right? So just make note of that. The Zapomax has reload speed, and the Dynamo is the double crit rating, double crit damage with no reload speed. And all the traps around the outside builds of this amp have heels attached. And then you'll see when we get to the inside, all the traps on the inside have increased build health, right? Okay, so we've got these right here. Okay, this wall right here is the nuking wall dart with heels attached. So it's this one, double crit rating, double crit damage, heels attached right here. And then another same wall dart right here. And then we've got a 5x Dura tar pit, and then the Zap wall with a window, and the Zapomax here with the reload speed and the heels attached, this one. Right. Okay, then we come around this way. This one is just a wall spike right here, this one. Crit rating, crit damage, damage, crit damage, heels attached right here. And we have a wall spike here because a lot of little husks tend to come down here, and having a wall dart, it's just too slow to catch them all. I like the wall spike better, it cleans them up faster. And plus we have a wall dart right up here to shoot as they come down, so we'll get to it as we build upwards. Okay, so we've got that one. This one is a full wall with the Zapomax with the reload speed. Standard 5 extra tar pit, wall with a window, and the nuking dynamo with the double crit rating, double crit damage, heals attached. So that one. And then a wall with the reload speed Zapomax. Nothing here, because no husks will be here. And then a wall with a Zapomax there. Right? And that should do it for around the outside. Okay, let's go to the inside of the amp and just drop in here. Okay, so this wall dart here is the nuking wall dart with increased build health. So it's just this one, double crit rating, double crit damage, increased build health, right here. And then these are nuking dynamos with increased build health. So it's just, where is it? This one, double crit rating, double crit damage, increased build health. Okay, so for these. And we'll come around this way, actually, sorry. And then right here, we have a high damage to the electric field, which is just the crit rating, crit damage, crit damage, durability on these. Nothing's really going to be hitting these tiles, so it's okay to have no heals attached on them. Alright, and then here we've got the nuking dynamos with increased build health, nuking wall dart with increased build health, right there, to shoot out that window. And then over here, same thing, nuking dynamos with increased build health, nuking wall dart with increased build health. These are all basically just double crit rating, double crit damage, increased build health. And then again, here, double nuking dynamos with increased build health, wall dart with increased build health to shoot out that way. Right, and then we're back to our start. And then above, in all these tiles, we've got the same ceiling electric as we did over there. This one, crit rating, crit damage, crit damage, durability. Right, and the reason why we have all these traps on the inside is because, well, we want the increased build health on the walls, and if the husks manage to break, this wall or something and come inside, well, then they get nuked by the traps that are inside there before they can actually damage your amp. Okay, so coming up to this next level, you just have an arch there, an arch there, an arch there, and then here I've got a full wall with a wall dart, right? Because wall darts have 3 tile range, so 1, 2, 3. It can shoot and hit things because they come down this ramp. And this is just the nuking wall dart with heals attached. So double crit rating, double crit damage, heals attached for this one, right there. Okay, and then we have, all these floors around in the 3x3, and ceiling electrics on all of them except for this middle one. And you don't really need one right there. And these are the high damage ceiling electric fields. Crit rating, crit damage, durability. Okay, you'll be able to hit stuff like all around here. Okay, and then on top of those, we've got anti-airs on all 9 of them, right? And those are this anti-air. Range, reload, dura, heals attached on all of those. And even this one in here. Okay, and then these mid walls that surround the center tile, right? Just a wall's edited like this. So all around the center tile. And then we've got the reload speed Zapomaxes on the outside with heals attached. Right? And then we've got the nuking dynamos, right, with increased build health. Sorry, just go back to that one. This one here, double crit rating, double crit damage, increased build health on all these dynamos around the inside. Okay, and these are for the flingers. The flingers, they'll stand here and they'll throw husks at this tile right there, and then same over here. They'll pitch husks at this right here, and so when the husks land on the roof, these dynamos will clean them up. Okay, and also don't worry when the husks break these, like this wall or this wall, because the strange thing is, even though these walls get broken, the husks don't flood in to your amp. They will go around to these tiles and try to, come in this way, which is a little weird, even though this wall is completely open. The only thing that goes through here or here are smashers and propanes. Everything else will like route around the side into these tar pits. So it's pretty cool that nothing just floods into your amp. All right, so I think that's about it for the amp defense. And then I guess we'll cover like these wall arts and stuff as we do these bait tiles. Okay, so for the bait tiles, why don't we just start over here and then we'll work our way around to here. Okay, so right over here is where I have these 4 bait tiles. And the anti-airs that I put on top of them are just my standard anti-air. Double range, double reload, Dura heals attached for all the anti-airs. Okay, so I've got these 4 right there. Okay. And then, remember, you want to make sure that these are always one space apart from everything. So in case the UFO shoots these, it's not going to destroy anything else. Okay, so then come up here. Whoa! To this little block off that we have here. And then we've got these bait tiles up on this ledge. So from there, there, and there. And then on this little lowered ledge here, I've got one there, one there, one there, one there. Okay. And then let's go up to this elevated ridge up here. Okay, so I've got one on this corner, there. I've got one here, 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 and here. And then these right there, 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 and then here. 2, 3, 4, those. Okay, so you got that. And then down behind this wall here, I've got these 4. Right there, 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 and there. Okay. Let's come around over to this amp here. Or, this spawn over here. I've got these tiles right here. There, 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 and there. And I don't think I have any over this way. Nope. Right. Okay, let's go down, look down into the lowered area here. Got one there, one there, one there, one there. And then I have a wall dart. This is just this nuking wall dart with heals attached right there. So this one, double crit rating, double crit damage, heals attached right there. I've got another of that same wall dart right here. And another one right there. Right, just to aim across here. Okay, so we've covered there, 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 there. Let's see. Okay, so up on this ledge, I've got just this one right here. And then up higher, I've got these 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then up here I have 1. And then up here I've got one there and one there. Not sure these are really required, but I don't know. I have them. I'll probably watch my endurance more closely, and if these are never used, then I'll get rid of them. Alright. I think that is it for this amp. Yeah. Okay, so in the next video, we will just continue to work our way around and do the southern amp, my amp B right here. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys like this content and want to support the channel, please use code Diggy in the item shop. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who has used it. All right, I'll leave a link to my Discord in the description, and that's the best way to get a hold of me if you have any questions on this build. Okay, and then I'm going to include a clip of this amp working right after this. All right, catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. So right now, the heals attached 6th perk is actually bugged and doesn't even work. So before you go AFK, after you start your endurance, make sure you come over here and put your constructor base on this tile right here, right? And then everything should be fine. Okay? All right. Yeah, now I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
These flying objects have been identified as threats. Watch your step.